I really hope I'm wrong. What's up guys, Andrew here on my channel Geared Inc, where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. And in my channel, it's PC tech, games, and gear. I've got so many good videos coming out on the channel, guys. I'm so excited for this year, but today we're gonna get into a little bit of conspiracy theory territory in terms of graphics cards. So obviously this is kind of tying into rumors and speculation, so none of this is necessarily fact, but my intuition, which I hope I'm wrong about, is kind of what's leading me in this direction. So a lot of people who game within what we call the budget or esports range of GPUs, currently dominated by the RX 580 on AMD side and the 1060 on Nvidia side. One of the problems with the current generation of the graphics market is Nvidia remains uncontested in their superiority when it comes not only to cost and performance, but into the highest end GPUs, albeit it's at a ridiculous price. One of the issues right now that AMD is facing, especially even though their Vega 2 came out and it appears to be a fine graphics card, is catching up in terms of overall performance, or offering basically a compelling reason to purchase it over Nvidia. Well, Nvidia has defanged AMD because, as you know, there's now FreeSync support across the board for their monitors. Obviously, not all of them work perfectly, but the fact that you are now not constrained by that leads me to believe that a lot of people are going to be leaning towards Nvidia GPUs simply from a price or feature set standpoint. Now, Nvidia has been marketing the hell out of DLSS and ray tracing technology, even though it's in its infancy and there's not any, many games, I should say, right now that support it. It's still something they like to harp about. One of the tough things that we've been put in as a community of gamers is that because Nvidia has not had any competition, they've been able to raise the cost of their GPUs, in terms of the performance over previous generations. So my issue is this: we've been getting rumors of this 1660 Ti. This is supposedly Nvidia's budget GPU for gamers that it doesn't have ray tracing or DLSS, but it's going to be 20% faster than a 1060, which would actually put it below a 1070 in terms of overall performance. But I mean, it would be a marked improvement over a 1060, which is currently the esports king, I would say, in terms of GPUs. If you're expecting this card to be listed though at something that you would accept, I doubt it. And let me explain why. So the first reason is that currently the 1060s are still selling for about $250 to $300 brand new, depending on who you go through. Super expensive in my opinion, but that's just kind of the world we live in right now. And Jensen recently said that the Pascal cards are all going away and stocks are almost gone, which I think is a complete lie. Full disclaimer, I have nothing against Jensen or Nvidia. I've used their product for years, but I don't believe this is true due to the amount of stock buildup they had from the mining crash. The numbers don't play as far as in what I've seen and what I think they've actually sold. This card is unique because I don't think it's the budget card people want it to be. My guess is if you look at the price range of all current RTX cards, this card is going to come in right around $300 new. This would make sense because it means that it would allow the 1060 to be a better value, let's say, at its current price without moving very much. At the same time, it would offer a budget option for gamers to get into the GPU market on the Nvidia side of things without DLSS or ray tracing. When you look at the performance gap between a 2060 and a 1660 Ti, and then you add in that you could get DLSS and ray tracing, I really believe the point of this card is to force people to buy an RTX GPU. Now that might sound super conspiratorial, but it makes a lot of sense. Nvidia has been harping on these technologies for a long time, it feels like anyway now, and they've already said that they want to push the industry towards ray tracing and DLSS. Makes a lot of sense then to have as many people using your technology as they possibly can. I think that they're feeling the pressure of Intel coming out with their GPU next year, which will have a much bigger R&D budget than AMD. And when it comes down to the simple fact that Nvidia is essentially setting the table for what all of us have to eat at, if I were them, this is exactly what I would do. If the 1660 Ti is a good performer, but for $50 more, I can get a much better performer with RTX technology and with DLSS on it as well, it wouldn't make any sense to buy that card, the 1660 Ti in this example, because I'd actually be losing value. So I really think that this card is not coming out because it's providing a replacement for the 1060. I think that they're gonna basically list it at a price where it makes no sense to buy it, and it would make much more sense to buy the lowest card in their ray tracing SKU. I could be completely wrong. A lot of this is speculation, but if we get to the point where this card comes out next month and that ends up being the case, I'm not going to be happy that I was right. So anyway, guys, this was kind of just a fun video on my thoughts on what's going on right now with this card in the GPU market in general. As always, thanks to my patrons and my Twitch subscribers. Guys, I am completely self-funded. I am so humbled by everyone's support of my channel. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subs by basically 2019. And on that note, I'm going to be doing a new giveaway in the next couple of weeks. And I'm actually going to be asking on Instagram and on Twitter for suggestions on what you guys would like on the channel next, because I'd like to give away hardware. You know, for a channel my size, we've given away literally whole computers, graphics cards, tons of hardware, gift cards. I mean, I give all the money I get basically back to the community that supports me, because I believe that that is a way, I mean, I think that's the best way to provide value, is just to give as much as I can give. So that's what I do. Now, if you want to be a patron or Twitch subscriber, I'll put your name at the end of my videos as a way to say thanks. We also have a Discord you can join as well. And as always, thanks to everyone who watches these videos. If you liked it, you can leave me a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and leave me a thumbs down. Remember to get subscribed and hit the bell icon so you know when these videos drop. I'm gonna make these videos whether you watch them or not, but I hope you do, and I hope to see every single one of you next time here on Geared Inc.